What is up? How are you guys? So, I've been watching Bradley Martyn for a little bit. He's one of the main reasons I got into working out, and I still got my journey to go. But I've noticed on quite a few of his podcasts, he'll bring like fighters like O'Malley, or he'll talk about McGregor, Nate Diaz, all these fighters who have been fighters for decades, if not a decade. But I think he has this delusion of being jacked is going to help you in a fight. It does. Being strong does help, but there is a difference between being strong and martial arts strong. I have done Muay Thai in high school, so I have a fair amount of knowledge when it comes to fighting. Strength has a lot to do with it. I am used to fighting people this about a foot taller than I. But I do think anyone who goes toe to toe who is a fighter with Bradley will win. I guarantee it. Now, do I think they will struggle? Yes. Yes, they will. Especially if they go to the ground. He is a heavy dude. He's a heavy motherfucker. But in the end, skill beats strength. Time and time again. And if you say differently, I highly recommend looking into MMA. Especially like early UFC. But I mean, I'd say about I'd say like 99% of old UFC, it was always the smaller guy who knew how to fight would win. But Bradley is like, what, 260? Something like that. And regardless, I do think he would lose. Mostly because people are used to going after the neck, going after the arms, and I mean that's their mindset. Is when they hear that bell or whatever, their mind goes ape shit. I don't think. I mean, if you look at Bradley, he's obviously on steroids. It's quite obvious. If you say differently, you're dumb. He is on steroids, and yeah, he can lift heavier shit than other people, but when it comes down to real world fighting scenario like street fights like he's been using as an example, he'd lose. He'd definitely lose. His size may scare people, but if a real fighter knows, real fighters would avoid a fight. But I do think like if he went into UFC, he'd lose. Hands down, would lose. I mean, I'm a big fan of Brad, but I don't think his views on himself are realistic when it comes to fighting. I mean, I would love to see him fight if it comes down to that, but I just don't think he would win. And it's unfortunate because I want him to win. I would love to see him win, but it's just not possible. I mean, with the talent pool right now, he would lose in every single way. I mean, the talent pool is just ginormous, and his views on it is delusional. I mean, I can say from from just doing Muay Thai, I mean, I'm not saying I would win, but I'd certainly not. I don't want to say this. I would get my ass handed to me, but he'd get his ass handed back out to him. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I know some people are gonna disagree with me, but you know what? It is what it is, and yeah, he's a great guy. I'm glad he's working out. I'm glad he's doing what he does, but I don't think he'd win in a fight. Not in a long shot. But, you know, Brad, if you're watching this, I love you, dude. I think your standards on yourself, fighting-wise, are a little high. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a good day and keep popping.